the sights and sounds at the second edition of the India Bike Week. This year, about 5,000 bikes and about 7,000 people turned up at what is the biggest motorcycle festival in the country. But it was far more than just that. Apart from the events at the festival, it was the people who attended India Bike Week this year that made it extra special. Take for example, the 6 solo round-the-world riders that had come from, well, all over the world. 57-year-old ELIZA MASSEY from the US was on her way around the world and stopped off at India Bike Week.
Oh my God, I love it! I was so nervous when I came here. I was like, I had to do this presentation. But the first night I came in here, I'm like, oh gosh, I've never done this before. And I came in and I'm like, wow, all these motorcycles, all these events and the stunt things. I'm like, and I felt better. And then I heard all the Harley-Davidson. I'm like, I felt at home. I'm like, oh, these are my brothers, my sisters. And I felt at home, and it's a great event. I mean, it's super.
And she's not the only one who thought that. Steve Kelly made attending motorcycle festivals his career.
Daytona for 25 bike weeks. There's been 19 Biketoberfest in Daytona. I've been to them all. Laconia, which is the oldest bike event in America, I've been there a couple of times. Then there's Laughlin. They're all over. Phoenix Bike Week, all over.
And this is what he thinks of India Bike Week.
It's small, but it's really well organized, and I think it's got a lot of potential. But I think it needs to go on the road. I think it needs to move around India. That's what I would like to see.
Martin DCOSTA, the director of India Bike Week, says that's exactly what they are thinking of next.
One thing's for sure is that I think we need to be closer to one of the big cities, possibly Mumbai, possibly Bangalore. I'd like to do something where bikers can actually use their bikes. So whether it's a hill climb or a drag race, there's a little bit of speed in there as well. And I think we should be targeting sort of 12,000-15,000 people if we get that.
Even more than the speeds and the sounds though, India Bike Week served as a great platform for do-good initiatives. Pankaj Trivedi, for example, is on a Do-Ride campaign. His plan is to ride to remote regions in India and make videos of people who need help.
I was going in that school and kids were sitting outside and studying. I asked principal, why kids are sitting outside when you have a classrooms? So she said, Pankaj, it's cold, you can see that. And because it's a cold, kids are sitting in the sun and studying. I'm like, wow, I want to do something. So what can I do? So I said, okay, I can do one thing over there. There were 10 classrooms and I can put heater in each and every classroom. So I go there, I shoot, and then I make a story over there. And everywhere on social media, we put that story.
And then you'll hear stories like Jay Kanayan's. He's ridden around the world with the help of 56 chicken curries.
I'd connect with what means home to me. So I started cooking this chicken curry for my host that I would stay with. I was using Couchsurfing. It's this traveling network where you stay with people along the way. They started writing on my profile, if Jay comes to your city, make sure he cooks your curry for you. So people would see that, oh, you're coming to Buenos Aires next. You must come to my city, stay with me, cook your curry for me and my friends. I was like, wow, my curry is preceding me on this trip.
Nick Sanders and Ted Simon have stories too. Nick holds the Guinness record for riding around the world in 19 days. Ted has been twice around the world, the second time when he was 72. It's simply great to hear them banter.
It's such a funny phrase, isn't it? Going around the world. I mean, I don't know, my first trip I sort of ended up where I began. Yes.
And I think if you stretched out Ted's journey, which went zigzagged around the world, you'd probably be around the world about 3 times. How many miles did you do?
So it was 64,000, so that's...
Right, that's twice.
So that's,
if I was averaging 30,000 miles around the world, which I was, he's just done it, well, he's done it a total of 3 times altogether.
yeah.
Interesting stories aside though, it would have been nice to see more manufacturers take part. Harley-Davidson seems to be the sole manufacturer that's enthusiastic about the festival, and unfortunately, India Bike Week is in a bit of danger of becoming known as a Harley event. Can't blame the American Eagle though, as Anup Prakash says, it's really working for them.
Last year, we had about 650 Harley owners ride in. This year, we have over 1,100 Harley owners riding in. Today, we had the Harley-Davidson parade, the longest parade of Harleys in India. Over about 800 Harleys riding through the streets of Goa. It was a brilliant feeling.
Then, of course, there was the regular stuff. Stunning MRF motocrossers, the custom bike build-off, the classic bike display, motorcycle accessories, and even the Race Dynamics dyno, where anyone could ride on and measure how much power their motorcycle is making. In fact, there was so much happening that it was almost difficult to take it all in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is in a nutshell what India Bike Week is all about. It's not done yet. There's a lot more partying to do, and that is exactly what I'm going to do right now.